Hey everyone, my name is Diane Bryson, and today I'm going to be discussing the research article that examined how interactive reading of expository or informational books can help improve language development in preschool children with language impairments. The purpose of the study was to determine whether teaching young children through informational science books could improve their understanding of vocabulary, text structure, and science concepts. The researchers also wanted to see whether early childhood special education teachers and special language pathologists could successfully work together to deliver this type of intervention. The intervention lasted 8 weeks and focused on informational books about how plants grow. During each lesson, each teacher used interactive books and read alongs with extensive activities such as graphic organizers, dramatization, and hands on discussion. Throughout the lesson, practitioners encouraged children by asking questions, prompting them to think critically, extending their responses, and helped to build complete answers. One of the most important findings from the study was that educators consistently implemented the intervention with very high fidelity, meaning that they closely followed the instructional procedures and teaching strategies. As the weeks progressed, teachers and speech language pathologists increased their use of language facilitation strategies, including asking inferring questions, extending children's responses, and guiding them through more meaningful conversations. The children also showed significant improvements after the intervention. They increased their understanding of sequence signal words like first, next, and last, and learned more academic vocabulary and demonstrated stronger knowledge of science concepts related to plant growth. Overall, the researchers found statistically significant growth across all three learning areas. Although the study included only 6 children and did not have a control group, the results suggest that informational text can be effective and it can strengthen language and early literacy skills in preschool children with language impairments. The researchers concluded that exposing children to expository text at an early age helps build language, vocabulary, comprehension, and background knowledge. They also emphasized that collaboration between early childhood special education teachers and speech language pathologists is both practical and beneficial for supporting children's learning. There are several practical ways educators can apply this research in their own classrooms. First, teachers should include more informational books during read aloud time instead of relying on only storybooks. Reading nonfiction books about science, animals, weather, or community helpers helps students develop academic vocabulary while expanding their background knowledge. Second, educators should also ask open ended and inferring questions throughout the reading. Questions like, what do you think happens next? Or why do plants need sunlight? Encourage children to think critically and use complete language rather than simply recalling facts. Teachers can also reinforce learning with graphic organizers, sequencing cards, and or hands-on activities after reading. Parents can also support language development at home. One recommendation is to read informational books together and discuss what the child is learning by asking simple questions about the pictures in the text. This encourages conversation and helps children connect new vocabulary to real life experiences. Another recommendation is to reinforce learning during everyday activities. For example, while gardening, cooking, or taking a natural walk, parents can use sequence words such as first, next, and finally while talking about each step. These everyday conversations help strengthen both vocabulary and comprehension in meaningful ways. Overall, this article demonstrated that interactive reading of informational books definitely help make meaningful differences for preschool children with language impairments. By intentionally teaching vocabulary, text structure, and content knowledge through engaging conversations and hands-on activities, both educators and parents can help children build strong language skills that support future reading success. Thank you for watching my presentation.